We're going to work the knotted Cretan stitch. If you don't remember how to do the Cretan stitch, you may want to go back and review it. The Cretan stitch for right-handers is worked from left to right, and for left-handers from right to left. The knotted Cretan is just the opposite. So as a right-handed embroiderer, you would start on the right. If you were left-handed, you would start on the left. You're going to work this stitch between 4 lines, whether you actually draw them or they're imaginary. For our first stitch, we're going to come up on the 3rd line down from the top. We are going to move over a little bit to the left, take our needle down on the top line, and come up on the 2nd line from the top. And we want the thread to be under the needle. Okay, so far that's just like a regular Cretan. Now to make the knot, we are going to go over the thread that is going across the middle. Not over it, we're going to go under it. And then we're going to bring our working thread under the needle. You can actually do this without manipulating it with your hands, it's just kind of a loop. Then we're going to pull through and pull up our knot. So there's the first one, and you can pull that a little tighter, manipulate it. Now, we're going to go over to the left again, go down on the bottom line, come up on the 3rd line down. Our thread should be under our needle, and pull up. And once again, we're going to take our needle under the thread that's crossing over the middle at a diagonal. So we're going under that thread, we're not catching any fabric, and we're going to have our working thread under the needle and pull through. Just pull it up gently. And then we're just going to keep working that all the way down. So down on the top line, up on the 2nd line down, thread under the needle, pull up. Now take the needle under the thread without going through the fabric, and that's the thread that's crossing over the middle at a diagonal. Our working thread should be under our needle, and pull up. Back down to the bottom, down in the bottom line, up on the 3rd line down, thread is under the needle, pull up, take our needle under the thread that's going across the center, bring our working thread under our needle, and pull up gently. Down in the top, up on the 2nd one down, pull through, under the thread that crosses over the center. Make sure that the working thread is under our needle when we pull through, and then pull up. So the nice thing about this stitch is it gives some texture, while the Cretan stitch, the regular Cretan stitch, lays pretty flat. So we're always going down on the outside lines and coming up on the line toward the center nearest it. And to make our knot, we're going under the thread that crosses diagonally over the center. Make sure our working thread is under our needle on the other side, and pull up. And you just keep alternating back and forth. When you get to where you want to stop, whichever direction you're going, so if I was stopping here, I would take my needle down to the back on the 3rd line down. If I wanted to stop after I had finished a downward stitch, I would take my needle down on the 2nd line from the top, right there, and finish off.